Tom was diagnosed with a brain tumor 9 years ago. He's had a couple of surgeries, a lot of radiation and chemotherapy rounds. So we're used to setbacks and starting over and relearning how to do things like talk and walk. And the occupational therapist was here and routinely took his pulse and blood pressure and discovered both were exceedingly high, especially because he was at rest. And they sent us to the emergency room at that point.
As a nurse liaison, I first saw Mr. Roberts after he was sent to Washington Adventist emergency room. And once he was stable, medically stable after that, acute rehab was recommended.
When Tom first got here, he had a lot of difficulty really expressing his wants and needs and became very frustrated because before he had all the difficulties with the brain tumor and the hemorrhage, he was able to talk to his family, talk to his friends, and express his feelings. And when I did my first evaluation, he had a real hard time getting those points across, and it really became a challenge for him. We wanted to work on different activities that had to do with finding specific words to finish sentences, and we also come together in group activities, working on current events, leisure activities, and things to plan for when he would get home.
When we were practicing walking, we were practicing in the hallway with a wide-base quad cane, and once he got the hang of it, I had my hands on him, but then I gradually put my hands away further and further at the point where they weren't touching. And he didn't realize it at the moment, but then I went, "Hey, Tom," and I showed him that my hands weren't on him. They were nearby, but they weren't on him, and he realized he was doing it himself.
I do try to keep enough discipline to do dishes on a regular basis, which involves standing and balancing and more strength than you'd suspect.
Tom, when he first came, had a lot of difficulty with sequencing, with problem solving, with getting through what we would assume to be routine tasks. So a lot of our success hinged on repetition, and we worked through breaking apart more complex tasks into smaller pieces so that he could work on achieving smaller pieces of success.
I've been able to get out with family and friends, go to restaurants, go to movies, and I appreciate being able to get back to life as much as normal as possible. I have a new normal. This wrist brace was one of your collective recommendations, and again, this is the right thing for the work. I have a much higher level of ability than when I went into the hospital.
Things are getting back to normal, a new normal as we call it, but we've got a life again.